coming to you live from Plug Hits Mobile Studios in beautiful Los Angeles, California. We are keeping you plugged in with episode 258 of F5 Live, refreshing technology.
Sony plans to keep gaming in the past. Microsoft plans to move media into the future. And a very happy birthday to someone special. Season 6, fight. Say Nick.
Nick! Every time I get it right. It's like clockwork. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's 6 seasons, you know.
You know, I try.
But by then we would have gotten something right.
Yeah, I'm saying.
What we've had right for a long time, though, is a certain technological smell that seems to linger wherever we go.
You know, it's crazy, and because Alante's not here, you wonder what that smell could possibly be.
Oh, my.
But I know what you're talking about. It must be that new tech smell, because I think this show right here.
This one here?
This one right here is part of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. I'm Nick.
I'm Scott.
And I'm John.
We have two important people in the room right now. Number one, Carla is in the building for the trip to LA. Everyone clap at Carla. Clapping at Carla.
But she does not have a microphone tonight, so
No.
we will not be hearing her.
So she won't be able to speak into
That's
it,
for the
but
better.
she wouldn't anyway, so it's
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
We still love her.
She doesn't necessarily talk into the microphone. Yeah, the show could be like this.
More important, though.
It's the small
More
things.
important.
Drum roll, please.
Did you hear that, Carla?
Now trying to get on her bad side as fast as possible. The online... not the online editorial director for Laptop Magazine, Abram Phillips. My friends know we have Cherie Smith from Laptop Mag. Clap at Cherie. Hi.
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Let them know some of the content information for you and what you do for Laptop Mag.
I am a staff writer for Laptop Magazine. I primarily deal in product reviews, so smartphones, tablets, laptops, games, headphones, you name it, I do it. You can find me on Twitter at MissSmith11. That is MISS Smith11. And on Facebook, same thing.
There it is.
There it is.
You know what? You know where you can find our fans?
All
Where's that?
over.
Chatting with us live in the studio every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, or whenever we decide to go live, because Real People Time, and by the way, that's Eastern Time. Real People Time is at 10:30 p.m. right now over on the East Coast. I
Yeah,
feel
we're
for them.
starting just a little late.
That's fine, but they can go to f5live.tv/join us. And if they stay tuned in the chat room that they're in right now, they stay tuned for the epic award-winning, spine-chilling, bone-tingling, ear-pulling post-plug. They can chat with us off the record for 10 minutes after the show, all E3 long, which is the best thing ever.
Indeed.
Now, if you can't chat with us live, that's okay. We're all over the place. If you go to f5live.tv right now and click the subscribe buttons over next to John's head, or Cherie's head for that matter, this time.
Yes,
She's
indeed.
over there. That's how she's chilling right now. That's good. You can get all of our content, iTunes, Zune, social, Ustream, TuneIn, wherever you may
Callisto.
be, and however you may be accessing our show. Thanks for making us part of your day. So we're here in LA.
We are.
I'm excited, partially tired and deranged.
It's that whole game
Mostly
of
deranged.
Mostly
depending
deranged.
on which computer we look at. That one says it's 10:30, and that one says it's 7:30, which is mean.
Yeah, Windows 8, man. I love it to death, but not this week.
You look at your watch and it says one time zone. You look at your phone and it's another.
You switch back and forth and your head pops.
Pretty much. Now you're going to ask why. Why, oh why do we do this to ourselves? No, why are we in LA?
We don't know.
Yeah. I played board games. I just got on the first plane out. Get it because you're boarding them. Anyway.
Yeah, I got it.
Womp womp.
We need crickets.
We are here for an important event. A very important event. And it's world-renowned, actually. It's so large that the people running the event have no clue how not large it actually is. No, I'm lying. We are here for LA Gaming Week 2012. Some people refer to it as E3. We will not. This is the only time you will hear the words E3 happen on this broadcast. It is LA Gaming Week Live. Why is that? Because there's a lot more stuff that happens that's outside of those show floor hours.
You've got Showstopper and the AMD event and all kinds of other off-site events. It's not just E3 anymore. There's much more going on in LA. So
we will be bringing you all of that coverage because that's how we roll.
Indeed.
Now, Cherie is also on the show floor.
Absolutely.
And she will be providing all of the content that happens in there as well.
I can't wait.
There's a lot going on.
I'm frightened. It's a lot of space to cover. I'm just one person.
Now, this is your first year covering E3, is that correct?
My first year.
How do you feel?
Ooh. A little nervous, but excited. Ready to pop that cherry and hit the floor.
Cherry vodka she's referring to.
Of course.
It's good stuff. And then more importantly, there's one last thing that we have to say before we kick the show off in great form, because there's someone very near and dear to our hearts, like John mentioned at the top of the show. Very near, that we want to wish happy birthday to.
Absolutely.
So to speak. And I think you know that person.
I do.
Yeah.
And that person is obviously very special to us, and it is it's us.
Oh yeah,
It's in fact it's ourselves.
That's right. That's right.
It's us.
It's us, and not anybody else that may have a birthday either tonight or tomorrow, depending on when they listen.
Everybody clap at us for 6 seasons.
Clap at us.
Yay.
6 years of you putting up with us.
All right.
How do you possibly do it?
Now, to be fair, it's the
don't know.
beginning of the 6th year of you putting up with us.
That's still something to be proud of, I suppose,
Indeed.
because that's not easy to do.
People have been listening to us for 5 years.
I'm sorry. Get me out of here.
We've been listening to us for 5 years.
I've only been listening to you for 2. I stopped after the 2nd year.
That's fair.
My Nick filter catches Nick a lot of the time, so
You know, it's good.
Half
My
time,
John
I don't
filter's
even know.
broken again. I hear him talking because he was gone for so long. And when he comes back, I'm like, oh, I forgot that there's this thing here that I don't want to listen to. No, I love him. No, 5 years. It's crazy. A lot of people that we'd like to thank to make this possible, but we won't because it's all about us. And
We're the ones sitting here, so there you go.
There you go. We win.
time for our random dig at Alante, who can't be with us as of late for other circumstances, but it
Wait,
is his
he's
birthday.
dead?
Yeah.
Didn't he just when?
He's not really dead.
Oh. I mean, okay.
This is our weekly Alante dig, so we'll put it right here in the show.
Is that anything like Tay Dig?
Yeah,
Okay.
but much less sexy.
poor
It is Alante's
Alante.
birthday tomorrow, and we're here in LA. Haha.
And he's not.
So, happy birthday. But no, if you want an actual birthday from us, he'll have to contact us.
Hey, contact. Oh, no.
I think he
I
has our numbers.
apologize.
I know he listens, but we don't
Promos
know.
later in the
We don't
show.
know when he listens. So that's kind of the important thing. Is we have to find out if he's going to listen to the opening. If he does, we'll wish him happy birthday tomorrow. It'll be fun. We'll make fun of him and show him a bunch of cool Microsoft stuff. It'll be awesome. So yeah, we have a lot of show to cover. We do. We have tons and tons of show to cover, and there's only one way to do that. So we might as well start that now. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that. We do have regular news. We have to let you know that this week's News from the Tubes on F5 Live is proudly powered by RIFFTRAX, John.
Your favorite guys from the Mystery Science 3000. I'm a little rusty. Mystery Science Theater 3000 series is
Let's try again with this whole thing.
let's
This week's News from the Tubes on F5 Live is proudly powered by RIFFTRAX. John, make our sponsors write us a check. Go.
The guys that in the past brought you Mystery Science Theater 3000 are in fact now bringing you it again in the form of RIFFTRAX, where basically they do the things that they're awesome at under a different name. From B movies to blockbusters, they don't make movies. They sure do make them pretty darn funny.
They do.
And you should definitely go check out your favorite movies made funny. They've got Inception, Thor. They've got some short films as well. Definitely worth checking out. the deal of the week is actually The Matrix, taking you back to 2000 and whenever it came out. But
It was actually the late 90s.
was it? They're taking you back in time for only $1.99. Add it
We're
to your
just
cart.
getting started here, folks. Can you believe it?
And I will tell you that The Matrix is one of my favorite from RIFFTRAX. So
This is
for
really
$1.99 is
Marlon?
totally worth going and getting because you will enjoy it. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
Can't
it
believe this
is.
is happening right now.
So definitely go to f5live.tv and click the link in the center
in the center.
to get your Rift on.
Please
That was fun.
go to the website. They're funny.
Yeah.
I know John doesn't
A lot
relay
better
that
than-
sometimes,
A
but
lot better than this one.
they're funny and they're great, and you should listen because we need you to.
They make a scientifically ridiculous movie watchable.
And you know the best part about RIFFTRAX is RIFFTRAX. It's
I think that's. I think RIFFTRAX would be like a pornography site.
and
Yes,
Ow!
you can get child porn on that site, but that would be a bad thing.
indeed.
I would agree.
So,
Awkward segue.
Yes.
That was much more awkward.
there is a
You said you were ready for the offensiveness.
I feel like
Cherie.
a Girl Scout at an R. Kelly party. I don't know what to tell you.
wow.
She's ready.
So
She gave you her contacts at the beginning of the show, so
That's
if you would like to complain,
I was like, are we?
Don't send the mail here.
Are we popping bottles? What is happening
we
here?
have no control over that. What we do have control over is not getting tricked in internet scams. There's a fun new internet scam out there right now that is based on the Citadel platform. It basically you end up going through a redirect site. It downloads the Citadel onto your computer. Within a few minutes, the computer locks up and gives you a message that your IP address has been identified by the Federal Bureau of Investigation as accessing child pornography. Click this link to pay your $100 fine now.
You haven't heard this yet, I assume.
I had that.
So,
Wow, I hope they're enjoying it as much as you.
She's like, it's actually working. My scheme is actually working.
She's like, oh, yes.
and they're covering it on their show.
tell
It's amazing.
tell everyone about this. Yes.
So yeah. Apparently, the ridiculousness of the scenario hasn't stopped it from working. People are giving them money. Now, anybody with a brain would know that
That's it.
A, the FBI does not interact with you via pop-ups on your computer.
Although they should. They really should.
And B, they're not going to... If you're in trouble for child pornography, they're not going to ask for money.
You don't
If
know
you're
that.
really accessing child pornography, you are waiting for them to kick down your door
True.
and take you to jail.
It's true, because you will not hear the stealth helicopters coming.
Because they're stealth.
Indeed, that's
there you go.
kind of the point.
Yep.
So,
Trying to help you out here.
the IC3, which is the Internet Crime Complaint Center,
ICCC.
indeed, it is a combined effort between the FBI and the Secret Service. 'Cause I had the pleasure of speaking with them this week.
Yeah, don't get into that on this show.
I'm not going to. But I had the pleasure of speaking with them this week. So
Totally unrelated to child porn.
indeed.
Or this story.
Yes, indeed.
At all. But, yeah, so they've put out a warning, but we probably don't need to get into that because if you've heard of the IC3, you're not dumb enough to fall for this.
Probably.
So
It's a
if
safe
you're the
assumption.
kind of person who's going to fall for this, you aren't going to be getting the warning. So I guess that's that. And if you're watching this show, you probably have never heard of the IC3 either, and that camera just went wonky.
Wonky.
Yep,
I love live show.
I do too.
This is amazing. Which one? The right one?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yep.
we're fine then.
I don't know what it just.
That one
did.
doesn't have me in it, so that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So, note to staff: that's the camera to look at. Okay. So, yeah. So,
This-
the warning is: don't get scammed. Try not to be stupid.
Yeah, don't be dumb. It's the same people that think they're still a Nigerian princess that will give you $55 million if you send her $20 million.
No. It's.
I'm sorry. Am I getting it wrong
You'll
here?
get 20% money laundering commission for allowing him or her, depending on which version of the email you get, to have your bank account to transfer the money into.
I don't see the problem with that.
If you have access to a bank account, it's too late. If they're able to transfer it via a bank account, they could just transfer it to another country.
Yeah.
Banks are not a complex concept.
This is just proof that the people who use internet, there should be a license for those who use the internet. The same license should go to the people who use these forums, who troll, who are idiots.
Who use computers.
Period. People are just not educated when it comes to what the internet is as a whole, the population.
Right.
As a mass. Well, I think Pedo Bear is proof enough of that.
Right?
Yeah. That has done a great job of scaring news agencies.
Like local news agencies that just don't know really much about anything. They really like to latch on to
like,
that.
oh, Facebook has become a hotbed for child pornography. Nope. It's a joke. Pedo Bear is a joke. Calm down. It's a joke.
How many years ago, Sheree, did it take you to, how many years ago was it when you first got one of those spam emails? And then how long did it take you to realize, oh, that's really not real?
2 seconds.
Right?
Did the all caps locks help?
Well,
I'm trapped in some country in Nigeria. That's how it usually starts.
You know you're having a hard life when your caps lock key doesn't work.
You know?
And you're hoping that I'm a compassionate person. That sounds like a personal problem if you're stuck in Nigeria. Sorry.
We're not stuck in Nigeria.
You are royalty of Nigeria. Put a kibosh on the oil guy who is trying to, stupid email scams. Anyway, so the moral of the story is don't be stupid.
Don't be dumb. You'll feel a lot better, right? That's
Yes.
our PSA for the day.
Yes, that sounds good to me.
And we can move on to some other letters like RC or RP.
Yes, let's do that.
That was in stereo. I like that. That's good.
Mono.
Stereo. That's what we broadcast in. This week's Nifty Gifties on F5 Live. Hey, they are nifty.
They're nifty gifts.
Probably powered by the Microsoft Store. Hey, if you don't have an Xbox 360, what rock are you living under? You need one. You need one right now. And it's okay because we can help you out. For my students out there, graduation just ended and hopefully you moved on to the next grade or are done with high school. And if so, congratulations. Reward yourself. Yeah, college. Buy a PC, get an Xbox 360.
That sounds like a deal.
Look at that. You get the best of both worlds. It just makes life great. And we're going to talk about it in a little bit. Windows 8. It's here. Windows 7 plus PC. Windows 7 PC plus Windows 8. You buy a new PC and you get Windows 8 Pro for just $15.
Sounds like a deal
So
to
if
me.
you want to upgrade, now is the time. Get in while you can. Enjoy Windows 7 and upgrade to Windows 8 for just $15. So
and get an Xbox 360.
You can't go wrong with the things we're saying on our show. So for students, small businesses, and developers.
Developers.
All of your choices.
She was going to do it.
Nice.
She was going to jump in. She saw the
I
trend.
don't like being left out.
Let's try it again.
Developers.
All the choices are for you at the Microsoft Store. Free shipping on all orders, and visit your local store today or go to the Microsoft Store link at f5live.tv. Click the link.
In the center.
Get your game on or your PC on, whichever you may prefer.
Indeed.
Or your
So Windows 8.
Let's cover the developers thing real quick.
Yes.
Have you seen the Steve Ballmer talk where he's like shouting about developers?
And he's jumping up and down on
developers. And somebody's made a music video out of it. It's pretty fantastic. We'll show it to you after the show.
There.
That's what that's all about.
Developers.
He's literally jumping up and down on stage,
He's
screaming developers,
sweating all over the place.
Developers.
As he always is. At CES, if you sit in the first 3 or 4 rows, you're in the splash zone.
I choose not.
Well, I'd be sweating like that if I was sitting 2 feet away from Ryan Seacrest as well. You just never know when he's gonna eat you.
But so the developers thing, we'll have to talk about the developers thing after the show. But for developers, they were excited when they found out that this week,
yes,
the Windows 8 release preview is among us.
Yeah. you keep calling it a release preview. I'm a little offended because it's actually the release candidate.
Yes.
I think everybody knows this, and anyone who's futzed with Windows 7
Yes.
would know that it's a release candidate.
Or any version of anything ever. We know that the developer preview was the alpha. The consumer preview is normally called a beta, and this is called a release candidate. Microsoft
But they're trying to spruce
can
it
call
up.
it whatever they'd like.
Trying to make the people. They're okay. Listen, we talked about this
I'm
on the show.
listening.
They're in this hip trend.
Yeah.
They're the cool company that you're either part of. You're the hips. They've done this with Metro. It's crazy, Sheree. Hear me out on this one.
Look around this room right now. We're in a hotel right now, and the stickers,
All the branding.
the whole branding of this place
Is Metro.
Is all Metro.
Yes.
You'll see it everywhere you go.
Microsoft is
They're the hip company
changing
now.
like
It's a conspiracy.
everything.
It's a conspiracy.
They are the browser you love to hate. They are hip.
Oh no,
Even the
are
key cards.
Those are our room keys.
that is unfortunate.
It's great. They're the hip company. So they're trying to spruce it up, make themselves hip. Release preview.
Ooh, it's a preview.
Sounds like you need to get this right now.
Yeah. You get to be in early.
I'd say it's
Which
it's
usually
kind
is
of
a bad thing, but this is
Google
good.
thing, but they just put everything in beta for 30 years.
That's not what they're doing here.
So it doesn't even really work that
No.
way. However,
And then when it finally comes out of beta, you can change the logo to still say beta. Morons.
well, it's in beta because they're always working on it to continually just move on to other projects and abandon it.
Sure.
That is the
At
way
a
it usually
point,
works.
at a point where it's just so close to being useful, but
But that's not happening here.
No,
we actually have a
it's not.
release candidate on our hands. John,
in fact,
what's in store?
it was due out June 2nd. Microsoft was a little ahead of the curve, so
Hooray!
so it was released a little early, which was like a bit of an early Christmas for everyone of sorts, possibly because there still hasn't been a real firm commitment with Microsoft that we're going to see some Windows 8 machines for the holiday 2012. Although Steven Snofsky, who is basically Windows man, he did make a statement.
Sounds like the least interesting superhero ever.
No,
Windows man.
That would be BlackBerry man.
So
Or the Gmail man.
would
Gmail man.
would Metro UI man be?
I'm in
Seacrest?
beta.
Yes.
Metro UI man would be Seacrest.
Yes, indeed.
It would be.
Oh,
that's why he talked about Windows 8 at
That's
CES.
scary to me.
Yeah, don't like it.
And his tile was pink.
I don't
Moving
like
on.
it. Make it stop. No.
Moving on.
So basically, he announced in a blog post that the goal, in fact, was to have Windows 8 machines out for the holiday season. So that's what they're working for. Well, obviously, time will tell if it happens or not.
Right.
But at least with this latest release of the candidate, we're pretty sure that they're on track for maybe over the next couple of months to definitely get it out. So that's all good and well.
At least in some form.
Yes, I don't know if it'll be out for ARM by then,
Probably not.
but I imagine Intel, x64, and all that will be good to go.
We were supposed to see the preview, the RC, have ARM support, and
yes,
it does not.
It does not.
Right.
So we will see. They are still figuring out exactly how that ARM thing is going to work, because they've never, since NT4, which came out in 1995 or 1994.
Like that. You're dating yourself here, Scott.
They have not had to support a different processor architecture.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They retired 2 other processor architectures going into NT4 and have never had to support anything other than the standard since. So this is a whole new thing for everybody on the Windows team.
But it's exciting. It really is. It's so different.
Yeah.
And so natural.
I will tell you, I have for those who listen regularly, they know I have a machine sitting in front of me that had the developer preview on it the day it came out. It had the consumer preview on it the day it came out. It also had the release candidate the day it came out. It has gotten significantly better over the 3 releases. No questions asked.
And the only crash you experienced was 15 minutes before the show started.
Indeed.
Because it
and
knows.
to be fair,
It wasn't related to the actual
it
software.
wasn't the
no?
operating system. It's the garbage hardware on this computer.
That's why it's our test machine.
Yeah, indeed. So can't control garbage hardware. It's not really our computer, so whatever. I I don't feel bad about it, but I will tell you that the most recent version of Windows 8 is much more ready for prime time than the last two were. It's not there yet. I wouldn't have called it a release candidate yet, but
Well, the good news is they didn't. It's a release preview.
Fair enough.
it's true.
So
What is the consensus over at Laptop Mag? What are the lab boys thinking about this?
Well, right now, from what I hear from Avram, who could not be with us tonight, he is not a fan.
He is not. It is true.
His biggest complaint, to be fair, his biggest complaint involves the multi-monitor
Right.
schizo, like multiple personality disorder problem that
It has a big problem with that. It doesn't have the pill for it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I've been knee deep in smartphones and tablets, so the closest I've come so far is this
watching it here.
well, that and this horrible tablet called the Cupa 11. It's this slate tablet that has a fingerprint reader. It's like 2 pounds, and it's just uncalled for. And it worked pretty and they want to charge you like $1,500. Don't buy this, people. Don't buy it.
You heard it here first.
It worked pretty smooth on there, but it's on a horrible slate. So that's my experience with it. So right now I'm trying to avoid it like the plague.
So you also had
the Slate 2
no,
or the Slate?
nope, not an
HP.
HP machine.
No.
Gotcha.
Cupa.
yeah.
She's Cupa or something.
Cupa.
Stupid name.
It is.
But
it.
again, hardware hangups.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, it came down to hardware oddities.
Yeah, I mean,
that-
Metro itself was pretty smooth, so I'm looking forward to seeing it on something a little less clunky, ugly, expensive. It just plain out unwieldy.
But you enjoy it on, say, a smartphone. The Metro UI.
Yes, I love Metro UI. I love Windows Phone.
And imagine that now on a notebook. It's just amazing. It just is.
It's they're bringing all three of their platforms together into one kind of universe. The Xbox, the phone, and the
The 360
computer.
has looked
I
like that
understand.
since November,
Yeah,
or right before that.
somewhere in
Somewhere
there.
around.
We had it 8 weeks before it
Yeah.
came out. I don't remember when it actually released. So
They told us, and I was like, I've had it. I don't understand. I've had
you're
this.
getting an update. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't say preview in the corner anymore.
Well, all right.
Never
So-
mind.
Doesn't say release preview.
Like we mentioned in the Microsoft Store promo, you can upgrade for only $15. They're opening that up to 131 different countries, so odds are you live in one, unless it's
Nice.
Nigeria. Probably. Other than that, it's going to cost you about a full $200. But if you haven't had a chance to try it out yet, go to f5live.tv and click episodes. Nope.
Actually,
that's old school. What are
it
we
will
doing now?
actually right now.
Will it? Will it?
It will actually take you right to it because it is part of our
LA Gaming Week
live
2012 coverage.
All right,
it'll
so
be-
do that.
It'll
and,
be right there. Find this article, Windows 8.
There's a link for you to go download it yourself and find out.
Also, side note, search on Twitter for #BetterThan. And you'll see a lot of stuff that's going on there. There's another 2-letter thing that's happening after that, better than, but whatever. Moving on, because that's what we kind of do here.
Not that one.
I know.
Okay.
Moving to this one.
Yes.
I got this. We're switching up the show tonight because we have Shuri here. So we're going to save the best for last. Our E3, I said it again, predictions. That's okay.
It's okay.
Right now, I got to let you know that since we are here for LA Gaming Week, this Extra Life section of F5 Live is proudly powered by SHOCKWAVE!
Shockwave.
You weren't prepared for that one, John, and it makes me sad.
But you always tell me I'm loud.
It's true.
so I try to tone it down, and then you tell me I'm not prepared.
Play games
Like Gardenscapes.
and Monkey Quest.
Our Monkey Quest friend.
You can be the hero.
Play now.
Where, John?
Jigsaw. Oh. Nope, that's another game.
And inversion. It really messed me up because the text is illegible from the logo.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Nancy
Something
Drew?
about Nancy Drew.
No
They
way.
just brought Nancy Drew. Message in a haunted mansion.
That's reason enough right there.
play all those games. Where can you play them? By going to f5live.tv. Click on the link.
In the center.
Get your game on. Are you okay there?
Me?
Yeah, the Nancy Drew thing threw you off.
Him being excited about Nancy Drew threw me off. I didn't quite know how to handle that.
I don't think you had the childhood I did.
That seems reasonable.
Oh my god.
So,
Hello.
So it's the Dr. Drew hour here on F5 Live.
Yappers.
This is normally post-plug material, but we can throw that out the window for this one.
Sure.
How do you feel about that, John?
I feel
Shallow
so
and pedantic.
angry.
Shallow and pedantic.
Just like the meatloaf.
You know what I feel shallow and pedantic about? No, angry about? Sony's decision to not opt for download-only console for their new PlayStation 4, the Orbis, that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. We know from recent reports that we thought Sony might have a change of heart. They might say, you know what? Let's try to get out of this hole we're in. Let's stop losing $10 million a year. It's kind of a bad idea.
Nah,
And let's go ahead.
Nintendo doesn't know if that's a lot of money.
It's true. Let's go and do download only. Go digital. Forget the whole piracy thing. Forget the whole GameStop used games. Can't make money from for developers. Let's do digital. Nope. They're backtracking. They're not going to do it. And they said ultimately they felt they would alienate customers. Now, specifically, that's for a global decision. In other countries, apparently, internet doesn't exist, which we've known. Internet connection really isn't that great.
Is that the reason why they've been having trouble with the Vita?
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
That's foreigner, man. Cold-blooded.
Let's see how you dig yourselves out of that hole tomorrow, Sony.
I think it's gonna start with Jack Trenton coming out and giving a long-winded apology.
No, it's going to be Jack Trenton coming out and going, we
That
give
was
up.
That was
Walking
last
away.
year.
Oh, you're right.
Because the whole Sony breach thing that happened right before that.
Oh, the PSN was
But-
down for weeks.
But for this now, we have
We apologize. We suck.
new CEO,
Yes.
Kaz Hirai, at the helm, trying to right the ship,
And he is making changes everywhere.
but not here.
Well, no. He is making a change here. He has reversed his predecessor's decision.
Fair enough. Now, we know the gaming industry is shifting to a digital-only type scenario lately.
Vita.
You have Vita. You have games on the Xbox Live platform
Right?
that are digital a day after release,
Indeed.
like Mass Effect 3. So what is the issue here? I mean, I know games are like 8 gig in size when you download them. I get that. But at the same time,
That's the reason why the shiny Xboxes, they're not shiny anymore, but you know what I mean?
yeah, I'm with you.
Have 250 gig hard drives.
Or
in them.
320.
Right.
That's the only one you should be buying in the first place.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything less is inhuman. I'm sorry.
Inhuman,
Inhuman.
folks.
I have a launch day 20.
Oh, sucks for you.
Yeah.
I have an old school premium. Oh yeah,
She's like,
that's how we
not
roll.
me.
No, sir.
It's not this girl. So we know Xbox 3 is leaning towards no optical disc. It's in the cards.
Yeah.
It just seems like anything Microsoft is going to release is going to have that.
And
Or not have that, I
and-
suppose.
Yeah. Well, Microsoft right now does not seem to be afraid to rock the boat, though.
No?
Windows 8 is a great example. Start button, screw you.
No, don't need it. We're gonna take out the code that allows you to make a mod to put back the start.
Right.
How about that?
We have deleted that whole library. It's gone. No more
Enjoy.
start button. Bye.
But this is Sony, a company that has a CD music store online that you can go and purchase a CD that they will mail to you online.
Yes. And it's not like it's a product that's left over from the old days.
No, it's new.
They launched it 2 years ago.
So I'm not surprised by their decision to go, you know what? We sell discs. We'll go ahead and keep them.
Optical still makes sense.
Yeah,
We sell
well,
them online.
That's so that you can purchase them, and then when they get mailed to you, you can,
can
take
play
them
them.
to Walmart
And then
have
burn
them
them
digitized.
Burn them digitally.
Delicious digitization.
Nice alliteration there, John.
Thank you.
Clap at John. It's his first sentence he completed all night.
I know. It sure feels like it. You didn't have the childhood I had.
Let
Call back.
Had Sony gone the other way, you get Microsoft and Sony both releasing next-gen consoles next year.
Yes.
Both digital only, download only.
Right.
What does that do for companies like GameStop and Walmart who rely heavily on these brick-and-mortar sales, on these used game sales in order to drive business to their stores?
Puts GameStop out of business.
Done. And it really hurts Walmart, too, because they're the we have it before anybody store. On all of their games are midnight release.
Right.
Well, you can still take in your games and have them digitized for $2.
No, you can't. That's
And then you can go play them over the internet.
You can't do that, John.
That would be piracy.
See? Yeah.
It is only
Not if you're Walmart. Apparently it's
It's only movies.
It's only movies they do that.
And they only tell you that if you
And
bring in your DVD, you can just walk up to them and go, look, I want this movie, and they'd give it to you digitally.
Yes. It's
Have you heard this whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have commercials.
Yeah.
now.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
they have
Pretty
the commercials.
fantastic.
That's
the
right.
commercials anger me. Here, bring in this massive stack of DVDs. Or don't. Just bring in a list of movies you would like digital,
Hand
and
them
for
in.
$2, we will give them to you because the discs aren't used.
We just take them and go watch them at home. We just keep your copies of your DVDs. That's what we do with them.
No, you get to keep, you get to keep the DVD,
Yeah.
and for $2 get the digital. Or you can just purchase them for $2 from home through the same service that Walmart uses.
To chalk up internet connections on a global scale to be the finalization of Orbis getting an optical drive is proving Sony are a bunch of cowards that don't want to challenge and go, look.
Now, come on. The PlayStation 2 just launched in Brazil.
Like 3 years ago. It's time for change.
Isn't that insane? We were
Do you,
several years into the PlayStation 3, and the PS2 just launched
hold
in
on
Brazil.
here. Cherie is perplexed. I don't know if it because I called them cowards. Should I call them spineless? Because I'll say that too.
Well, I mean, not to their point. Not everyone has a great internet connection. Some people are still using dial-up. As hard as that is to believe, so I can understand why.
If you're using dial-up, you can't game. You can't game. So it doesn't matter.
Those
but
Upgrade your DSL, son.
those markets are just getting the PS3.
Yeah, true.
But even America, you're assuming that people have the money to afford.
A $600 launch day console.
And the game's $65.
Listen, what
I'm
people,
just playing devil's advocate.
what people do to get that console, if they sell their plasma, if they sell a child, that is not my business. But that is a one-time purchase. We're talking about a recurring.
What if you sell one child a year for a year's worth of internet?
That's not my business.
Okay, then it can happen. Then we can solve
But
this
it's
problem.
possible.
I don't see the issue. Challenge that you're here at E3.
Medicaid will pay for you to have
Yes.
the child, and then you sell it for the internet connection.
Cherie,
It is
And
totally
I
possible.
feel that we've gone down this dark
And
road.
then you sell your
We're not coming
virginity
back.
for the console.
that's what happened.
No, no,
there.
no.
go.
That's for an iPhone.
iPad.
Dang.
iPad. Was the virginity for an iPad? I thought
Kidney
it
I
for
thought it
iPad.
was
A
an
kidney
iPad.
for an iPad.
Virginity for the
it was
iPhone.
virginity for
We
the
covered
iPhone.
all the
And it was the
selling
iPhone
things.
4. It wasn't even the 4S.
Oh, girl.
Ooh, girl. It is your
It
responsibility,
is
Cherie.
amusing that we all just assumed that it was a female.
Yes.
It was. It was. But everybody we tell the story to just assumes it was a female. Accurately. It's
You are
pretty funny.
here, Cherie, at E3, rubbing
LA Gaming Week.
elbows. Yeah. Why am I doing this? LA Gaming Week, rubbing elbows with the people that you're going to be talking to. It is your job to challenge them. Go,
Why?
why are you a coward? Stand up to their face and go, chicken.
Or if
Yeah,
you
man.
want to take it to the next level, just
Punch him.
punch Jack Stratton in the mouth.
If you do that, we'll film it.
You also
We'll sell it and then digitize it at Walmart for $2.
you, in addition to Twit, will be kicked out of the
Hi, Leo.
I've been kicked out of classier joints.
I had to get that in there at some point.
That was classy. I like that. That was good. But it's your job. So here's our question of the day. Sony, cowards, pansies, you tell us. Write us at contact@contact.com.
Nope.
Plug it. Contact@plugkits.com. I'm awake.
Those are your only two choices, by the way.
Coward. Pansy.
It's obviously one or the other. Clearly, right? Clearly. It's...
Can they be competent? No.
He's insane.
It's my job to really lay this down. They went, well, we're not really going to go with download only because internet connections aren't that nice.
So
No.
what about people that never connect to the internet?
Sorry.
Then I guess you're not going to play video games.
Yeah.
Do you live under a rock?
All
Do you live under a rock? Is the question you ask Jack Trenton tomorrow.
They're,
I'll do it.
I'd like to see it.
they are working on figuring out how to make revenue, because right now
I understand.
they're not doing it. It's $10 million a year the PlayStation department is losing.
Mm-hmm.
And my guess is part of that on the PS4 or Orbits or whatever gum brand they want to go with is going to involve the PSN not being free. It's
Yeah.
going to piss people off, but it's about time. Microsoft has proven that people will spend $60 a year
Yep.
to have a better level of service.
What was
Plain and simple.
What was the first step, Scott? And we called it when we saw the surveys for this platform. Everyone was like, if they charge for even PlayStation Plus, I'm leaving the network. Guess what? They didn't.
Nobody left.
They paid for it.
That's like when Facebook makes a change. I'm leaving. You're not leaving.
I'm going to Google Plus. Oh wait,
Enjoy
Google
that.
Plus is worse.
Like, you're not going anywhere.
I'm not going to use Netflix. I'm going to use
Redbox?
crap. There's
Nothing else.
There's really nothing else.
But what
that's
makes the
not used.
PlayStation Network lack? Lack of cross-game chat, lack of sustained trophy achievements from third-party developers.
Right.
All of these things. Lack of dedicated servers. You end up hosting your own games. You don't have the money to pay for a network. You're not going to get reliable service. So the fanboys are going to consistently go, you know what? We're not going to pay. And then PlayStation Plus came out and they said, well, we're paid for this because it gives us bonuses. And for $60 a year, I had the same bonuses before. And I don't understand. Well, it's not the same. We're not paying 60. We're only paying 15. You're going to end up paying $60 a year by 2014, and you're going to like it. And you're going to defend it and go, we're still better. You're just catching up.
Yeah. So
It's time to get with it.
So that's one of the revenue streams that they're obviously going to be looking for. And my guess is they want to save on hardware.
Yeah.
And one way to save would have been to dump the optical drive. It's where the concept came from.
Unless they ordered 58 million of them.
It's possible.
And when no one bought PlayStation 3s during the Sony breach, they had extra.
Yeah. Well,
They're just using them now.
They're looking for revenue, and some accountant somewhere did a graph that showed if they included the optical drives and sold it in more countries, they'd even out or be better off.
Then
there are accountants playing.
Sell the disc version to Brazil 5 years from now and give me the download-only version.
Or do what Microsoft did with the HD DVD. They had it as an add-on. It wasn't something that you had to purchase. That would be a way to get the cost of the console down and get the disc option to just those people who want it. That would be an option.
I'm at a loss for words.
We also know that there will be no backwards compatibility because I think they learned their lesson on that one last time.
They sure did.
We're going to virtualize the PS2 and the PS3. No.
Yeah, that'll work. Oh, no, wait. It won't work at all.
That's what you
I
meant. Yeah. Moving
Well,
on.
according to them, it worked on about 40%
No, it
of
didn't.
the games.
Lies. Dirty, filthy lies.
She is mad about that.
None of those games were games people wanted to play, though. That's the difference.
No, they weren't. Like, I still have a PS2 because I can't play a lot of my games.
You can always get an emulator.
But I've put in so much work on those games. I don't...
Now the real story comes out.
This is the perfect event for you. I'm so excited that you're here at LA Gaming Week.
This is going to be fun.
Moving on. Let's talk about a company that doesn't, that knows what they're doing. Microsoft, no. First, let's talk about this. This week's DRM not included on F5 Live is proudly powered by SiriusXM satellite radio.
Summertime and the listening's easy. Save 20 to to $80 on radios for your summer road trip, backyard barbecue, or jog to the park.
Just carry a boombox. Do like MC Hammer.
Indeed.
Right through Central Park.
Plus, enjoy free shipping on orders of $49.99 or more. Plus, the outlet save up to 65% off reconditioned units and accessories.
You know, people don't talk about the outlet enough, and they need to. Everyone goes, recondition. Gasp. No, it's really not that bad of a thing. It's the customer was...
Especially these.
TSTO. You know, too stupid to operate. They sent it back because they couldn't get it out of the plastic packaging it came in. Look, they polish them, they clean them, and they're 65% off for you. The Express RC2 is $179 if you want to buy it new. $55 from the outlet. It's a no-brainer. If you don't have Sirius now, you need to get it. Summer's here, except in LA.
Yeah.
70 degrees. They didn't get the memo yet.
No.
Not complaining. Keep it this way all week for LA Gaming Week because that's important to us. But shop now. The best radio on radio. F5live.tv. Click the link.
In the center.
So demanding of you.
Over there somewhere.
You're like clicking in
I
the
remember
center.
them from CES.
So demanding.
Sirius
Sirius XM.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Who are we talking about now?
Microsoft.
Ah.
like I mentioned in the tease.
Well, we talked about Microsoft earlier. I just couldn't remember
We'll talk about them again.
what we were doing. So, I guess the beginning of our talk about what the week will hold, our first real big oddball rumor is from Microsoft and their smart glass technology that we're supposed to be getting details on tomorrow.
Yep.
From what we understand, it's the ability to share from your phone, almost any phone, and I say almost because BlackBerry, or tablet. Again, I say almost any because BlackBerry.
And Sirius.
Oh, nope, it would work. That's Android.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, HP. We'll throw them in the mix
Touchpad.
of things that are being ignored,
So our 4 touchpads.
seemingly for good reason.
So all 4 of our tablets in this room right now will not
Yes.
be able to use this.
None
feature.
of them will be capable.
We have 3 touchpads and a playbook.
Yeah, what did you think this was?
We have 5 pre's between the 3 of us right now.
Oh, I remember the pre. That was my last Palm before I jumped to Android.
Oh.
I've got a classic, and I've got a 3 over there.
Yeah, over there.
The one that never made it to market.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I've got
Oh,
one
yeah.
sitting over there. We'll play with that after the
He's
show.
like,
So, minus the market segments that
the important
are
segments.
currently irrelevant, this will work on iOS, Android, and any Windows platform. You'll be able to share media, that's all we know, assuming photos, videos, and music, to any television through your Xbox 360.
How cool.
But don't we already have DNLA, HDMI? Why do I need to do this to my Xbox? Can't I do that already?
Well, have you used DLNA? It's kind of garbage.
Well, I don't feel the need to share that stuff. For me,
Fair.
it's just there.
Indeed.
Like, all right, like this is a point for suckers to buy this phone. You can stream it to your TV. What are you going to stream this to your TV? Just email it to you. Stop. No.
See? And,
You could watch
and that's,
Netflix on your phone and stream it to your TV.
or you could just
Or you could just
use
do it
the
on your
Netflix
Xbox.
app on the
Yeah.
Xbox.
But I'm
So-
trying to justify it, all right?
No.
See, to me, here's the justification.
Okay, let's hear it.
They get to terminate that whole, here's why you buy this phone, because you can stream it to your TV.
Your
That whole
Xbox does it.
That whole thing is gone. That you don't have to. Well, if I have a Samsung TV, some Samsung phones and maybe a Sony kind of work, and an HTC will do photos but not music, or
And we're
all of that just gone.
we're forgetting one important thing is the average consumer. And the average consumer does not know how to do that. The average consumer does not know how to stream the phone to your TV. They don't know how.
The average
It
consumer.
just sounds cool.
But the
when
average
it's-
consumer has an Xbox 360.
right.
It's the center of all family entertainment in your living room.
That is their goal. They've been talking about it for
60%
years.
of all activity is media driven on your
Yes.
Xbox 360. So
Only 40% of what happened on an Xbox 360 is gaming related.
Grandma
anymore.
can take her phone and go, I don't know how to use this DNL AAR4. Well, I can hit Xbox and stream it. Done. Makes more sense.
I think everyone should have to go out and buy 2 devices that support Wi-Fi.
Well, that
I think
that I'll give you. But
I got
I
one.
think that's how you solve the problem.
Yeah. We've got one. We
Between
just
the
need-
5 TVs in this hotel, none of them have the 2 that we need. We have one, not the second part. So that's kind of an issue.
Yes.
If I had my Xbox, no problem. We can make it happen.
Yeah. If you have an Xbox already.
That is the justification.
Just not with us.
We know how to do that.
Have to
We know
steal
how
one
to
from
we know how to
Microsoft.
download an app that will allow us to do that. We get it. The average consumer doesn't. But they have an Xbox.
It's to be fair, it's all conjecture. It is based
You're
on
like, no, absolutely not.
It is based on closed door meetings
Yeah.
and the registration of the domain MicrosoftSmartGlass.com.
True. Which you have
Yeah.
to explain what it does. The domain.
Okay, this
This
is
is
the
great.
reason I want to talk about this.
Yes.
The product is mostly who cares. Here is why I want to talk about this topic. MicrosoftSmartGlass.com has no content on it. Oh, that was noise.
Shame on
MicrosoftSmartGlass.com merely does a URL redirect to a Bing search for Microsoft Smart Glass.
Isn't that great?
So, they have produced no content and let the media run wild. And I bet if we were to go run a Brandify score on Microsoft Smart Glass, it would be a perfect 850
It'd have to be. They've got this down.
because they've done an amazing job of taking over the internet search for this concept without having given anybody any information about it. I'm impressed by that.
Just from the marketing strategy, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And we
yeah.
should see this tomorrow, hopefully.
Yes. That
At the press
that is
conference.
what's expected.
Rumor is.
Rumor has it.
And maybe they'll be able to show us why we're supposed to care. Maybe. Right now,
Hold on now.
I
Okay.
don't think that Cherie is sold.
Let me say
I'm not.
this. Let
I'm not sold. I'm sold on the marketing. I think the way they did that is awesome.
I think the way they just texted me was awesome.
Microsoft just
Yeah.
texted you?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
As
that
a whole?
was? Oh, they're listening to you.
Um,
They know you're here.
like,
They heard you go, "No, I don't care." They're like, you know
Yes,
what?
you do.
You're not going to the press conference tomorrow. Screw you.
like,
You are
no.
uninvited.
You have
Oh
been
my
revoked.
God. That's funny. That's what happened, Sherry.
Apparently,
They heard you.
like that was kind of creepy.
And the text you said, "Here's the reason you need to like this."
Wait, what?
Microsoft,
I will say
Get off
this.
our Ustream.
Microsoft got a Google alert about us on the show right now with Cherie.
I will say this, okay? I was able to justify the average consumer buying into this project. It makes a lot of sense if you really think about it. They would buy into it. But more importantly,
We have a client who is a software developer who is baffled on how to set up DLNA.
right, this would solve that problem. Now, let's say this. The minute the Apple TV comes out, everybody will buy the same thing.
It's true.
Why are you bought in there? Because you drank the Kool-Aid?
Nope.
No.
She knows you're right, but she doesn't agree with it.
I
It's the
understand.
scenario.
I understand.
She knows you're right.
It's true.
Because-
everyone will buy it because it has that stupid half-eaten Apple logo on it.
It's not half eaten. It's
Partially
at the
bitten.
top.
Sorry. A worm ate it.
It's
3 of
that's-
them.
I
It's
did.
the leaf on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's a stupid logo. It's always been a stupid logo.
But you know that's true.
Better than the
It's true.
original
It's
Apple.
And you
It's
have to have an iDevice with an iThing with an iThing. Now with this, you can use your iPhone and still stream to your Xbox. You don't need an Apple TV. Ha ha! Screw you, Apple.
You don't have to spend $80,000 on a $1,200
Apple
TV.
But it has Retina
Which'll
display.
Give or take, be what those things will cost is my
It's
guess.
the Apple TV 4S.
Based
New.
on the markup of,
Stanley Nichols.
most high-end smartphones
True.
are. You can get them in the $100 range if you wait a couple of weeks, and then an iPhone, it's going to be $300 for the one you want until it goes away.
Very true.
So, based on that, $80,000 is my guess on what the Apple TV will cost. Something like that.
I'm okay with that. Start the rumor right now. MicrosoftSmartGlass.com/Apple.
What was the domain I was going to buy earlier? Oh, I remember.
Yep.
Never mind.
I think it was unrelated.
I'm back.
So now, Avram Pilch, our good friend of the online editorial director, pick that name up from Laptop Magazine.
He's
Avram
not
Pilch
here.
is in Taipei for Computex. I think he's
apparently that's more important than us.
That's not true.
Some conventions may
I like
think
her already.
some
what he told us.
conventions may think that they're more important than LA Gaming Week, though. Some conventions think they're better, but no, I will say this: he's over there.
Some broadcasters think they're better.
He's a day and a half away or behind us. I don't know how the time frame works, but we need to have a moment of silence for his absence since he's not going to be here. And now let's rock out.
Oh, I'm supposed to do a thing.
That's you, baby.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm supposed to do a thing.
It's that time again for this week's Pilch Point with not Avram Pilch.
The online editorial director for Laptop Magazine. Pick that name up.
Instead, Cherie Smith from Laptop Magazine.
And now this. Okay.
Cherie, are you there?
And you're supposed to say.
Nope.
Oh, wait.
Really
Nope,
loud.
I'm
Hold
supposed
on.
to say.
He's going to cue you.
No, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Proudly powered by the Tech Podcast
Yes.
Network. Cherie, are you there?
Yell it.
Yes, I am.
That's
There we
what he
go.
does every time. It's crazy.
Oh my
He
God,
yells it.
she's in person.
He goes, I am! And we fall over laughing.
And then I usually make some offhanded comment about his cats in the
Don't
chats.
talk about the cats.
He talk about the cats, and then
Don't talk about that man's cats.
then he talks about, we'll mention something about the rock music, and he comes into the motorcycle and chaps and the whole thing. So we're going to do that. Okay, so how are the chaps doing today?
They're riding high.
Oh, this is going to work. This is totally going to work. All right, so now.
Well, that's good.
So, I guess now we normally say, Avram, give him your contact information.
tell
So
him
we'll
again.
say, Cherie, give him your contact information.
You can reach me on Twitter at MissSmith11, MISS Smith11, or Facebook Shariel Smith, or just anywhere on the net. Just Google me. I'll pop up somewhere, anywhere. Google me. Just happy to be there.
That sounds so dirty.
Oh my.
Do it anyway.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
All right. Oh, my
What were we
goodness.
doing?
We're talking
We're
to
doing
Cherie
the-
Smith, the staff writer for Laptop Magazine. Look at that. See, I made it sound awesome.
Thank you.
The amazing staff writer connoisseur.
Is there
Laptop
only
Magazine.
one, or is she it?
That's it.
No, there's
Zit?
more.
Why did you say zit?
Zit.
Zit.
That's it. Done. But we're talking about LA Gaming Week.
Yes, we are.
We are. We're excited.
So what do you want to know?
Well,
What trouble are you getting into this week?
Stuff. He got things that needs to remain confidential until I need to call you for bail. But
I've yet to run into a bail bonds place, which is unlike Vegas. I see one on every corner. I have not run into one yet, and we are in El Segundo. So every time.
The funny,
by the way.
the funny thing is that at CES, Avram said, give or take the same thing to us.
He did.
So,
It's like a laptop mantra.
yeah. At some point, you're going to need to bail me out. I know how this goes. I've been through
I will
this
tell
before.
you those stories offline.
Understood.
There are some stories.
Let's ask
That's
for
for the
this.
post plug.
Yeah. Let's ask this question.
I hear that you
That's a
you
question,
gotta
by the
get
way.
whoever, no matter who you are, you always have to get bailed out when you party with the guys at NVIDIA.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's talk about that for a second.
do you really want to talk about that?
No, let's not talk about that for a second.
Maybe
Let's
post-plug.
actually talk about the fact that this is your first time covering E3.
LA
your
Gaming
first
Week.
time
LA
on-
Gaming Week.
Your first time on the floor, right?
Yep.
Of LA Gaming Week.
So,
Tuesday through Thursday.
what are you most looking forward to while here?
There's a couple titles that I've been looking just waiting in anticipation for. So BioShock Infinite, of course, which
yeah.
hurt my feelings because it was originally coming out like 6 days before my birthday. Then they pushed it back to 2013, so that was hurtful. Definitely want to see Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, sir.
Yes.
See how that's going to work. Like, I mean, I loved Guns of the Patriots, and I loved Ryan's part in it, but I don't know if he's ready to carry the helm in the direction that they're taking it. It's going to be more action based and stealth, so I'm really curious to see how that plays out. Let's see here. There's so much. Square Enix is going to be doing a Final Fantasy title for iOS, so I definitely want to check that out. Oh, let's see. And a lot of cloud gaming. So Qualcomm is launching their cloud gaming service. Gaikai, if I'm pronouncing that right, they have one, and somebody else. So they're actually going to be doing a press release maybe Wednesday, like a breakfast. I'll send that to you. But yeah, free food.
Yeah.
It's always acceptable.
That's the best meeting yet.
Yeah, free food, always good. Definitely can't wait to see what Alienware has to offer. Same thing with Razer. So it's just going to be a lot of stuff this week. I hope to see a lot of things that I want to see, but we'll see because it's huge out there. I keep hearing.
It is.
You
have to go with a game plan.
You're not much of a Halo fan?
Of course I am. I don't. Of course I love Halo. Like,
you didn't mention it.
Well,
with all the others,
because
like
it's hard
Far Cry and some other stuff
like
too.
There's hard. Like I have all these invites, and it's hard to get. Like your head will explode trying to keep up with it all.
It's nuts.
Like I just I have it all in my planner, and as it pops up, I will be walking over there.
Now we've learned a trick in doing these conventions.
It's a trap.
To get other people to come on your show and talk about everything.
Yes, you do that, but no, more importantly for you guys, you're a writer.
Yes.
So you're in the press. They want to talk to you. And what they don't know is that they're not the important person at this convention. You are. And you use that as your power play. You go, look, I'm in this section of the floor from this time to this time on Tuesday. If you're available, we'll talk to you. If not, sorry. And they'll go, oh, no, I have an opening. I found one right here for you.
Their schedule around you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, my schedule is pretty, like, usually I try to, like, all right, this is what I want to do this day. I'm going to stay in this hall and try to keep it that way. I learned that from CES. If you don't, if you're going to learn how to do a convention floor anywhere, it's CES.
If you've done CES, though, this is a breeze.
Yeah. So I'm kind of...
It's a cakewalk.
This show floor is like wandering a hotel lobby. It's compared to CES.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it was a lot bigger.
It's the LA Convention Center. It's only so big.
LA Convention Center is physically
slightly larger than the Staples Center.
Oh.
That's about it. And they're only using half of it for actual show floor.
Oh, I got this. That's fine.
It's like a kid size show floor compared to CES.
It's
you know
the
what
McDonald's play place of show floors.
Except there's no copperheads.
Or feces.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
There's some crap out there, but
there's a lot of Apple stuff. So
that was impressive.
Oh my!
Some crap floating around.
You'll be fine. You're good to go. But we want to know, like, so you have a bunch of games. Is there any like hardware stuff, like other than more accessory based, that you've seen out there? And I know people are getting more to motion control and that kind of thing. Is there anything cool that really stands out in that sector that you are looking forward to?
Not particularly.
This is driven radio right here.
I mean, I definitely am going to go buy that new basketball thing they have for Connect because Deron Williams is going to be over there. So maybe I'll cop an interview, see how it works.
Nice.
Something new for the kids.
Interview.
Yeah.
I got it.
Not to be confused with copping a feel.
Right. Oh.
That comes later.
That comes later.
Not to be confused, but certainly to be
you should bring them on the show.
Combined.
Is what you should do.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Come on the show.
But
hang out with us.
But I am curious to see how this game is going to work because you actually need a basketball to play it. So I'm like, somebody's house is going to get torn up very quickly.
It's like when the Wii first came out and
exactly.
screens kept breaking.
It's the resurgence.
Or the throwing shoes at the cockroach commercial.
That's amazing.
What?
I don't remember. Terminex or somebody had a TV commercial where it's just like there's a girl in a field and then a cockroach like starts crawling across the screen. People are throwing shoes and stuff at their TVs.
They had to take the commercial down.
Yeah, they had to end the commercial because people were destroying their TVs. It was pretty awesome.
Not us. We didn't break a TV.
So what are your thoughts on what we're gonna see as far as social gaming?
I'm not a big.
I haven't really heard a whole lot, so I'm curious if you know something.
But Zynga's going to be there in
Yep.
Yeah, but they're
Gree.
only.
That's why E3 is not irrelevant, right?
Right.
That's why
we go to
E3
LA Gaming Week.
That's what E3 said.
But Gree's going to be presenting, but Zynga's not presenting anything.
Nope, they only have a meeting room.
Yeah, they just said they're doing business dev, so yeah. But
They're there.
they're
Has to be relevant.
okay.
That's what.
I'm don't shoot the messenger, Cherie. I'm just giving you what I was told.
That is what ESA says. The reason why E3 is not irrelevant is because Zynga's going to be there. That was their actual stupid reasoning.
That was their smart reasoning.
I'm
for that.
sorry. Yeah.
I need to go on record. I don't play social games. I'm a real gamer. I've been gaming since I was 6 years old. I don't.
You didn't
do
clap.
I don't
You social
do the
gamer, Carla?
Farmvilles. I don't do the Mafia Wars. You can just take it and shove it. Give me my FPS, my survival horror, my racing, my adventure. I don't care about I don't care. I don't want to be social when I'm gaming. The only social thing I want to do when I'm gaming is telling you how badly you're going to get this facial. I don't care about your life.
Yes.
Like Nick last
Nick
night.
just got a full facial last night in the other room.
Did you see that one?
Yes.
I was looking at
I
I
heard
have
it makes your
preview
skin
monitors
healthy.
right over there.
It does.
Anyway, so
I have lovely skin.
Yeah, it really radiates.
There's a certain glow to me now, huh?
Oh my goodness. So,
What are we talking about?
I don't know. What
Relevancy.
Yes,
We're relevant.
Zynga's not. Yeah,
Done. I'm on board with
I'm
that.
with you. I don't understand them. I tend to block people on Facebook when I get. As soon as
you
I get a
should.
request, I'm like, yeah, you're not so much a friend anymore.
As you
I
should.
don't really like you.
Now, I will say,
Because you're the kind of person who's sending me these stupid requests.
I will say this.
Over and over again.
I
yes.
am a big sports gamer. I
Okay.
love my NHL 12. I'm all about my NHL 12. So, this year,
Which is fun because that's not the game you used to be
I know,
all excited about.
and then I got pulled back into it. I played Madden for a while. Then Madden started sucking.
Indeed.
My brother loved
They
NHL.
promised this year it's not
Don't
going to
stop!
suck.
Stop it! I'm taking you off the air. Cherie was never on this show.
But they promised.
We got this really cool mute button over here.
Fantastic watch. See, can't even hear you. Cherie, tell me about the coolest. Oh, you can't. No,
And with these unidirectional
they work
microphones,
great.
you could shout at us and they still wouldn't hear you.
I am a huge NHL 12 gamer right now. My brother pulled me into the series this year again.
Speaks volumes about you.
Yeah, that's fine. It means I'm amazing. No, but for NHL
I
12,
think
they
it
had
means you're Canadian.
they had a fantasy build your team mode, right?
Yes.
If you played their NHL Superstars game on Facebook, which is a social game, but it wasn't. You didn't really interact with other people because you couldn't invite. You can just like play versus random people. They would go play against you. You could unlock things in the game and build your team better. And I did that
Okay.
strictly for the purpose of getting all 5 of the extra packs I could get, and then I stopped playing.
I can understand that. Like that's like Mass Effect Infiltrator on iOS.
Right?
So I can.
And is that the balance of social that you can tolerate?
That's about it. Like I needed to tie into something real.
And to be fair,
Real.
that's not really
Like,
social. That's just a different game,
Additional.
an additional game on a different platform.
Fair
That's not the whole. Carla has sent you seeds, and I only pick on you because you were in the corner of my eye. I've never gotten that kind of.
You were also the apple of
She's
his eye.
got social gamer written all over her.
I've
now.
She does.
I've never
'Cause
gotten that kind
she
of.
said-
Really?
request
Because
from Carla.
that face she is shooting you
Look,
since otherwise.
she said
She's mad because I'm pointing it out.
Cherie said, I am a
Because
hardcore
everybody else-
gamer. We clapped and she didn't move. She is a closet social gamer. She is farmvilling it up as we speak, I guarantee it. They can't hear you say
She's
no, you're
actually
doing it.
controlling it from her head
That's it. It's all mind games.
with that mind flex
Mind
thing.
flex.
Yeah, right?
I have to pick my strawberries.
No one can hear you.
Yep, it doesn't
Pick your
matter.
strawberries in 20 minutes.
No strawberries in this room. They'll kill me.
That's true.
Exactly why I said it and gave you the stick.
crops are gonna die when you're up here for LA Gaming Week. Watch
It's a sad story.
all week long.
It's an additional game.
yeah.
It's a linked additional game that just happens to be
Fair enough.
on Facebook, but in reality, it's either Java or Flash based. It's not
Inserted in.
really a social game because it's not harassing people.
Fair enough.
That's what I consider a social game.
I can do that's as far. I give Dre's props, and that's where it stops with that. I can't take it any further. I don't want to talk to Mima. Like when I'm gaming.
Leave me alone. I want to slash somebody.
Yes.
Stop with it.
Like I don't want to talk to Mima. I love her. I just don't want to talk to her while I'm gaming.
I picked my crops today. Shut up, Mima.
Like
Somebody stole my lighthouse.
that sounds like a personal problem.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
I'm stabbing someone in the face right now. I don't want to be disturbed.
It's a public problem. Deal with it.
I'm not playing Harvest Moon on my Nintendo 64 or
Speaking
whatever.
of which, why
So
is that in my hotel room? Like
Harvest Moon?
no, like the N64. Like it was like
Oh yeah. We have encountered
Yes,
that
we have.
at your
Several
brand
places.
of hotel.
like the only way that would be okay is if they had like a copy of GoldenEye.
right?
Right?
And
Like,
that would
Come
be
on,
okay.
son.
Like that's when that would be okay.
I am generally not like I don't like that genre of game generally.
You'd play it for GoldenEye.
And I love GoldenEye.
His GoldenEye Left 4 Dead is this guy right here.
Portal.
Portal.
Portal's a great game.
Oh, yeah.
No one
Yeah,
can
we
hear you.
left you for dead.
Correct.
Leave you for dead over
Yes,
there.
Carla. At
So-
some point, we will leave
So,
you for
Cherie,
dead.
all week long, we're going to have to get some feedback from you. We're going to have to hook up and hang out here and
Definitely.
and see how your week is going compared to how our week is going. And see if ours is consistently better. No.
I think that's a challenge.
It is a challenge. We did this at CES with our parent company, the Tech Podcast Network. It was 15 different people from 6 or 7 different shows. I was trying to say 15 different shows, but I knew it wasn't. It was 15 different
Because
people.
there were 4 of
Right.
us.
Yeah.
That throws off that number.
From like 6 or 7 different shows. And our CEO, Todd Cochran, said, okay, I'm running the broadcast, and every day we'll have you on the show and talk about what you saw that was awesome, and we'll challenge each other on the best awesome thing you saw that day.
Yeah, we'll have you on the show at 8 in the morning.
Oh, that was rough.
We're not
sent
bitter.
them.
Yep,
That's what we do.
Alante and I.
I don't want to go. You go. That's why you're going to the
We did an
Nintendo press
awesome job.
event.
Yeah, thank you.
He's got to get in line at 6 a.m. Enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
So, this
At
week,
least you two can team up and at least
Yeah.
have fun in line.
Like, oh Jesus.
That's true.
At least neither of you have to stand there going. At least you can stand in line together.
True.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you on, though, and see what you saw that was exciting to you, and we'll have to see if it met your expectations.
Okay.
That's kind of the important thing. So one last time, the contacts for you, Cherie. He was on Fox News.
Yeah, I know.
We're more important than Fox News.
Of course you are.
I know, right? Thank you. That's my reference. I'm using just the part where he said, of course you are. Like Cherie said so. And Abram said so. Abram also said, of course you are. So between those two, I'll send it to him, and he'll be like, I have to come on now. You'll see. I shook the man's hand. First impressions.
Indeed.
That's our show.
It is.
Season 6. Ring the bell, because we're starting, baby.
LA Gaming Week.
It's going to happen
12.
all week long. I'm excited.
I am.
Oh,
As
indeed.
am
This
I.
week is nuts. We're covering everything. every way possible, every way we know how. Make sure you subscribe to F5Live.tv. Click the subscribe buttons over there on the right-hand side. Make sure you stay tuned for the post plug. F5Live.tv/join us and F5Live.tv/the upstream. We're bringing you coverage in every way possible. Tomorrow, HP Discover happens. That starts tomorrow.
Yes, it does.
SDR News. Courtney Wallen and the ever so awesome Andy McCaskey will be broadcasting live from Las Vegas, and we will be syndicating their content as well on our website. So make sure you are subscribed. A lot of news happening this week.
Yes.
So on behalf of the staff that's not here, I'm Nick.
I'm Scott.
And I'm John.
That's Carla. That's Sheree. Clap.
This is applause.
That's it. This is us saying good night. So, I'm out of here. Tomorrow, I don't know when we're broadcasting.
Yep, we'll figure
We'll
it out.
let you know.
Find us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook.
Facebook and Twitter.
That is where you will find out when we are going live, because
Hashtag better than hashtag E3. Just saying. Find it. Piece of chicken grease. Ciao.
Go with honor, friend.
Deuces.
Deuce.
That was awesome.
You pulled the deuces?